been a few weeks since I've made a post, and about a month or so since I've given you guys an update about me and my son. So my son returned from his unconsenting trip to Zambia, Africa with his father about 8-9 days ago. And I got to see him, I think it was like 3 or 4 days after he returned, because the supervisor was busy or canceled our visit, so I had to wait a few extra days before that. Anyways, I'm gonna be seeing him in a few days on Tuesday, and I'm excited about it. I've asked my child's father when he begins a stranger school, and of course he says he doesn't know yet and he has to get back to me and let me know. So now I have to do my due diligence and contact the school district to find out whether or not my son is enrolled in school and who will be his teacher and what class he's going to be in and when school starts to begin with, so that I can meet the teacher, be involved, and do all those things. Again, against my consent, but here we are through this custody situation. There's a lot going on social media. If you might be living under a rock, or you might not think that it applies to you, so you're not paying attention, but there's a really huge murder trial happening with Lindsay, and her having been accused of unaliving, killing her children a few years ago. And a lot is showing up. A lot is coming up. A lot of it is triggering women, because a lot of women are realizing, wow, women who have been speaking up against narcissistic abuse, women who have been speaking up against how the system continues to fail mothers, protective mothers, mothers who want peace, who want 50-50, who want to actually just live a life of being present with their children without having to feel like we also have to be a slave to the father of the children. Women have been speaking up. And now in 2026, in the year of the Divine Mother, the truth is coming out that no, we are not necessarily safe with men. No, we are not necessarily safe even when we try to be fair, to be just, and to do what's best for ourselves and our children. And to be fair doesn't always mean that you will be safe or protected by a system that was never created to protect you in the first place. And so I've been in my feelings a lot about this case, because there's so many mothers, as you have seen on my own content, where, you know, have been experiencing this shit. And it's interesting. I want to highlight that a lot of women who have experienced a lot of this covert narcissistic abuse and custody battles and having their children taken away from them just because they were breastfeeding, just because they were stay-at-home moms. A lot of these women in these recent cases and situations happening in these court systems gave birth in 2020, gave birth within the time frame of the pandemic. And I find that quite interesting as somebody who recognizes patterns. And I noticed that a lot of us moms who started to switch gears into the existence of actually being stay-at-home moms or present moms, conscious moms who wanted to be very intentional in parenting, are the ones, in fact, who are being attacked. Don't you find that interesting? In the year of the Divine Mother, when the woman is really recognizing who she is, her autonomy, and how she is the creatrix of it all, they're trying to weaponize her children against her. And we'll continue to check in. And I'll continue to post some joyful videos and content that I feel helps me uplift my mood, while I still record everything, document everything, and do my best to stay prepared for the opportunity of when justice really shows our victory. Mothers, continue to do the best that you can to take care of yourself, stand 10 toes down. Remember, this is a marathon and not a sprint. And know that justice always prevails. And we ain't playing no more. The mother ain't playing.